Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Let's slice data with Saurabh. So today we are here to learn a new topic which is called data management process. As you know that this is the knowledge economy world and you have to know about data, where it is residing, what kind of problems business is facing, what kind of problem you can solve by using this data management process, and what are the steps you have to follow. I have already took several lectures on Python, on MS Excel, and the data related topic. The playlist is already there in the in the timeline if you go to my channel. And today we are here to learn the new process which is called data management process. Basically, it's a Six Sigma process. Six Sigma, it's a term, but you will have to understand that what is the meaning of Six Sigma. Six Sigma is like 3.4 defects per million opportunities. So Six Sigma, we are following that, okay, that there will be very less accidents and very less failures. So like Six Sigma is applicable in, airport where the planes are landing or the trains which are going. So 3.4 defects per million. Million means 10 lakh. So per 10 lakh, only 3.4 defects. 3.4 means like nothing, like 99.999996%, something like that. So it means it is 100% proof process which we are trying to achieve. And for that process, we have to maintain the data. We have to understand the data that, okay, what is the basic process which we have to follow. Otherwise, garbage in and garbage out, the decision making will become very difficult. So let's start with the data management process. So it is called basically the DMAIC process. So it's define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So these 5 steps you have to take. You can apply this particular thing in anywhere, means like in any part of your life as well, in your project as well, in the current process, whatever you are doing. So let's start with that. And for that, I think I have to go to the next slide. So next slide is like define. What is the meaning of define? Let's say you are living your life very simply, but or you are a customer. First, you have to understand that okay, last year my revenue was like $100,000, and this time it is only $90,000. Then what is the problem? You have to define it first, because let's say in your life also, if you are living a very good life and suddenly you see some changes will be there. Let's say you are working in front of computer for like 10 hours or 12 hours, then you suddenly realize that your body weight is increasing or you have some problems. So you have to define it first, that, okay, what is the problem? So the first stage of any data management project is to define, to seek clarity, facts, that set objective and form a project team. Try to understand this. This line is very important. Seek to clarity facts. Okay, what are the facts which are there? Then set objectives, that, okay, what is the objective of this particular thing? Why we need this? And then the form of project team. Then you have to arrange the team members out of that. So define a problem, which is very important. The customers, who are the customers who are suffering, or I am the customer, I am suffering. Then the SIPOC. SIPOC is nothing but suppliers, input, process, output, and the customers. You all have to decide everything, that, okay, what kind of problem I am facing. And you have to decide a high level project timeline. That is also very important part of this. When you define any project, any problem, any kind of situation, you have to understand that what is the problem and what will be the timeline which we have to achieve a goal. Otherwise, you will never achieve any goal in your life. So just remember this thing. This is the first step, which is called define. Okay. Then measure. Once you have defined the problem, that, okay, my problem is that I am sitting in front of system for like 12 hours. So then you have to measure it. Okay, I am facing headache, I am facing backache, I am facing this many problems. That is the problem definition. Then you measure it, that, okay, because I am sitting 12 hours, I'm not getting up and go for walk, and I'm not taking water on regular intervals. So that measures you have to follow. Why? Because until unless you collect the data related to that problem, you can never solve that problem. So define is the definition of problem. Measure is to identify that, okay, what is the measurable amount is there which the problem is there. Otherwise, garbage in, garbage out. Your decision making will go in vain. So always remember performance metric baseline from the measure phase. This will be compared to the performance metric at the conclusion of the project to determine objectively whether significant improvement has been made or not. So this line is very important, which you have to understand that, okay, what is my performance metric right now? And once we apply this particular solution at the end of the project, then what will be my, performance metric? Means currently I'm, walking only for 10 minutes. And after applying this particular solution, I'm working for 20 minutes. I am relating it to the life. You can relate it to the data. You can relate it to the project. You can relate it to the anything. Why? Because we are talking about the data. You have to measure it. Otherwise, good data is at the heart of the DMAIC problem. This thing you have to remember. If you do not have a good data means data should be complete, valid, consistent. I've already took one lecture on that. You can go and watch that particular video. I will keep this video in the data part as well. Okay, so we have already measured that problem. Now what will be the next step? The next step is analyze. Okay, identify the cause of the problem. That what are the list and prioritize potential causes of the problem. I want to learn Python, but I am not learning. Why? Because maybe I do not have time, or maybe I am very lazy, or I am not fit for this particular role for data scientist. So these kind of problems are there. Then you have to create a Pareto chart out of it. How to create a Pareto chart? I've already informed in my previous lecture. Go and watch that. Pareto is nothing but 80-20 rule. That okay, what are the major causes of for this particular kind of problem? So 20% causes will create 80% problem. That is the Pareto analysis you have to do in this analyze phase. You have to do the RCA, that is called root cause analysis, to improve that step. Now, there are few things which you have to understand. Identify how the process inputs affect the process outputs. X and the Y's. Y is our target variable, okay, which we want to improve. Let's say we want to improve our health. Then what will be the input? The input is that how much exercise I am doing, how many steps I am walking, how many kilometers I am covering in that particular exercise, how many times I am getting up in front of the system, is like how many times I'm taking the break, how many times I'm drinking water, am I taking my diet regularly? These all becomes will X, and Y become your health. So Y will be the output. Similarly, in a project, let's say you want to improve that quality, or you want to identify any fraud analytics. Let's say fraud analytics. So I want to understand that, okay, how many customers are doing the fraud in my company? So that is become Y. What will be the X there? Okay, what is the name of the person? What is the age of that person? What is the income of that person? In which area they are living? When the fraud is happening, whether it is happening in the summer season or in the winter season. So this all analysis, and you have to do by using histograms, Pareto charts, line plots are often used to do that. As I told you, Pareto is very important because it's a 80-20 rule. 20% causes will become 80% problem for you, or 20% causes will become 80% success for you. So that you have to understand. And how to do the Pareto analysis, there is one video on that. You can go and watch. So till now we have seen define, identify the problem, measure what is the quantity of the problem, then analyze that what are the root causes of that particular problem. We have to analyze that, because analyzing is very important, and you can analyze only on a good data. So in the measure part, you have to make sure that you got the good data. Otherwise, good data is the heart of any data management, data quality process. So define, measure, analyze. Next, improve. What is improve? Improve is very simple thing. It's looking like very simple thing, but it is not so simple. You have to implement and verify solution. Let's say I identify that, okay, this is the problem. My health is a problem. Measure is that the data which I have collected, how many times I'm taking break, how many times I'm drinking water, how many steps I'm walking. All these will become X for me. Y will become health for me. So Y means my target variable, which I have to improve. Then I have to create a plan for that. Okay, how we can improve that? If we apply this particular process, that every 15 minutes or every 20 minutes, I have to take a break. I will go and walk and take some water, or I will go out or go to the terrace and come back to sit in the front of the system, because sitting is also a very dangerous thing when you start working in this knowledge economy or in this front of system. So this you have to understand. So you have to improve that, and you have to create a detailed implementation plan. Okay. And then you have to deploy the improvements. Okay. What are the improvements? These are all the improvements, and you have to deploy that within the given time frame. As I told you in the beginning itself, that define time. When you're defining a problem, you have to define a timeline that I want to improve this particular thing in this particular given time frame. So you have to improve that. Deploy improvement is very important. And once you deploy those improvements, you have to check that, okay, what was my performance metrics earlier and what is my current performance metrics. So this is the very important part in this improve thing. So D, define, M, measure, A, analyze, I, improve, and then in the end, D, M, A, I, and C. C means control, amend ways of working, quantify and sign off benefits, track improvement, officially close the project, gain approval to release resources. So this is related to the data management project. If you take it in that real life also, you have to amend the ways of working, which is very important. Until unless you do that, this control will not come. You will define a problem, you can measure a problem, you can analyze it, improve also, but unless until you control it. You have to go to the gym every day, you have to walk every day for 2 kilometers, or you have to do yoga if you want to improve your health, which is Y, which is our target variable. This all will become the X. So X and Y, this is the simple relation. X are input, Y is our output. So this entire data management process, DMAIC, you have to learn that and you have to practice it in your real life as well. Take a screenshot or take a DMAIC something. Google it. There are so many pictures are there. Take a printout and paste it in front of you. Define your problem, analyze it, improve it. First measure it, because until unless you do measure, it will not give you any results, because in the measure phase only we are collecting the data. So define, measure, analyze, improve, and then control. So this is the entire process of the Lean Six Sigma process, which we all are following in the DQM kind of project, data quality management projects. So there we have to see that what kind of data is there. We have to bring that data to some system to check that data. Then we have to see that, okay, what is the data problem there? Analyze, measure phase, that, okay, how much data is there? We have 1 terabyte data or 2 terabyte data, or, GB's data. I don't know. You have to analyze that particular thing. And then you have to see that, okay, what kind of problem is there? Okay, 80% data is like blank data. So we can say there is a completeness problem. If there is a consistency issue, then you have to release, act like a consistency problem. You have to bring data from some other sources and improve the data in that particular given system. So define, measure, analyze, and then improve. Okay, after applying that, load the data back to that system so that the data will be correct, and then control. From the next time, if someone is entering into the data into the database, you have to make sure that there will be a list or drop down, something like that, which we have that in Excel or any other source if you want. So there will be some format. If someone is entering a date, so he should be entering into a same format like YYMMDD or DDMMYY, whatever you want. You have to fix that particular format. Otherwise, again, it will become a data issue. So you have to control that particular thing. Then only your project will be successful. So once again, I will tell you, data management process is nothing but define what is the problem. You have to define that, then measure it in the terms of data. Otherwise, if you do not collect the right kind of data, then garbage in and garbage out. Then analyze that particular data, like a Pareto analysis. You will do histograms, Pareto charts to see the outliers and everything. This process is very important, guys. Remember this thing, improve part, because here you have to deploy the improvements, whatever improvements you have identified, deploy them and then control it. Otherwise, your process will become a failure. Okay. And then you have to sign off that, okay, this process is done. Everything is done here. Now I am signing out of. Hope you like this lecture. Please subscribe this channel and share it with your friends. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.